Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in. Um, in the last video uploaded, we revealed that God is planning to take New York and let it be a holy city. So if you haven't seen the last video uploaded, I'll put it in the description box below. But since this new revelation has come about, we actually do see this in our Bibles. And I just want to show you some chapters and some books that we can see this in our Bibles. So in the last video, we were able to see this in Ezekiel 37. So we established this. And in the last video, we were able to connect Ezekiel 37 with Joseph, the king of Egypt. Now, what's really interesting is the famine of Joseph from the king of Egypt, we could see in the book of Haggai. So a facet of the fulfilling of the book of Haggai would be God taking New York. Chapter 1, the famine described in Haggai chapter 1 would be the famine of Joseph, very clearly. So what the book of Haggai tells us is that New York will eventually be restored even more glorious than it is currently today. Another chapter we could see in our Bibles is Isaiah 19. So Isaiah 19, the entire chapter, we could see God taking New York, overturning the wicked and using it for the righteous. Verse 18, here we go, the 5 cities will be the 5 boroughs, and one will call it the city of destruction. Now, the city of destruction doesn't necessarily mean like ruinous heaps and all that kind of stuff, or at least in our time today. It might be fulfilled that way in a later time, but really but this is like a spiritual destruction. We also see God taking New York in Zechariah chapter 2. He says he's going to be a wall of fire round about. Pretty much, this fulfills what the Holy Spirit has been showing me. Witchcrafts will be overturned on the wicked and all that kind of stuff. So he will be a wall of fire round about. So the entire chapter of Zechariah 2, we could see we could see the fulfilling of God taking New York as well. And we see the reason for this is the sin of the daughter of Zion and all that kind of stuff. Now, another chapter in our Bibles that we see this in is Revelation chapter 18. We could see confirmations. The wall of fire that I just described, we could also see in Revelation 18 as well. But I want to talk about Revelation 18. Revelation 18 kind of paints, like on its surface understanding, if you just read it, at least in the English, it kind of seems like this really horrible, like ruinous heap type of apocalyptic destruction. And maybe that will come to pass in a later time. But I think in the times that we're speaking of now and that we're living in, the facet of these scriptures to be fulfilled in our time currently, it's more of a spiritual type of destruction. Again, like the witchcraft being turned on the wicked, that's the wall of fire round about. If you're a member of the Canaanite and God doesn't want you in here, you're gonna get sick. Things are gonna start breaking. Like you're gonna have to flee. Flee from the land of the north, as Zechariah 2 says. So, yeah, we see this in Revelation 18 as well. So there you have it, guys. There is how we see God taking New York in our Bibles. He is doing something very new and unplanned. What that is, we don't know, but I know it's really amazing, and the righteous should be rejoicing as the wicked should be repenting. God bless you.